Alright, hello and welcome everyone. Here we go. We got a quick ban and restricted update for Pioneer. It's our first one. And the way it looks like they're going to do every Monday, it looks like they're going to do a ban and restricted update because the next one is November 11th, which is next Monday. But anyway, there's 3 cards were banned, which makes our ban list now a total of 8 cards. I agree with 2 of these cards, but I don't so much agree with the third one. We're going to start with the one I agree with the most, and that was Leyline of Abundance. So Leyline of Abundance, if you haven't seen anyone play the Mono Green Devotion deck, it's actually the deck I wanted to play for Thursday's video. Of course, it'll be banned, and the ban will go into effect by then. So, yeah. Can't play it, but, well, we still can play the deck, just not with Leyline. So anyway, Leyline makes your mana dorks tap for extra mana. We played against it in a video. The deck is really strong, really quick, has explosive starts, and in my opinion, it's one of the most insane starts that I've seen out of Pioneer so far for decks. So it's no surprise it's got banned. Now, as we know, Theros Beyond Death, or whatever, is the next set that will be coming out in January, I believe? January, February. And anyway, with that said, of course, we'll be going back to Theros, which I don't know if it's already confirmed, but I'm about 99% sure we will see Devotion again in that set, which means we'll likely see a reprint to Nykthos. And if we don't see a reprint to Nykthos, I feel like Devotion is still going to be a very pushed theme in that, which means I'm assuming R&D or whoever runs the ban restricted updates is going to want Devotion to be a mechanic that is very played in Pioneer. With that being the case, they can't ban Nykthos because it's one of the biggest payoff enablers in Devotion. Obviously, Black has some pretty big Devotion payoffs naturally in the form of Grey Merchant and the Gods, and of course Blue has Theros as its kind of biggest payoff. But Green, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Green, off the top of my head, doesn't have one of its own, so something like Nykthos really enables major payoffs that aren't specifically Devotion based, but allows you to have huge amounts of mana. With that being said, banning Leyline of Abundance, I think, is the best card to ban from that. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is Oath of Nissa. Now, Oath of Nissa, of course, an extremely powerful card selection. It's really been compared to a Green Ponder I've seen compared to in the past. And to me, that's a pretty good example of it, because if you're a green-based deck, it's going to hit basically everything you want, right? Creature, land, Planeswalker. It's pretty much all you're going to have in the deck that you really want to hit anyway. But yeah. Now, a lot of people are complaining about, oh, well, okay, the reason for it was it's an extremely powerful card selection card that removes some diversity and makes it easy to play a bunch of colors. Well, I see a lot of people like, well, why was it Once Upon a Time banned? And I think the simple reason is Once Upon a Time cannot get you some of the cards that, if nothing else, are the most complained about cards in the formats, and in most formats right now, which is Planeswalkers. Once Upon a Time doesn't get you a Planeswalker. So if you Once Upon a Time and you see a Oko, Nissa, and Teferi, you just missed 3 Planeswalkers that you probably really wanted. Oath lets you grab one of those Planeswalkers now. And yes, it's 1 card less, or 2 cards less. It's 3 cards, 4 cards. Anyway, it's less cards than Once Upon a Time, but more broad. So it makes sense to me that Oath and Nissa goes. Plus, it allows you to cast all your Planeswalkers with any color mana, which means you have your, like, Bant-based decks that can play red Planeswalkers and black Planeswalkers. And that, to me, just doesn't seem like something that should be going on when we have all these powerful 3-mana Planeswalkers. And I know a lot of people complain about, oh, then just ban 3-mana Planeswalkers, blah, blah, blah. But it's hard to convince Wizards to ban their mythics that are pricey, that people are buying packs for still, especially in Standard, things like that. So, with that being said, I think Oath of Nissa and Leyline are both good choices. In general, I think Oath of Nissa being gone is fine. I think leaving it would have probably been okay too, but that's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't ran into any situation where Oath of Nissa was like, oh my god, this card's so busted. But, like I said, that's more my opinion than anything else. And then we have Felidar Guardian, which is a ban I don't agree with. And I don't agree with it not because I think that Saheeli Cat combo is completely fine and shouldn't be taken out. I don't necessarily think it needed to be yet, but I can understand why people want it, why they want it gone. Because it just causes play patterns that aren't exactly fun. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, there's other cards surrounding it that you could have banned to keep that combo around. My thing is, I would rather them ban Saheeli, because Saheeli is the card that makes Felidar Guardian infinite, go infinite. And if you just ban the Planeswalker, we still have a really cool 4-mana blink effect, or whatever you want to call it, that's really fun to play, really sweet, and a really cool card to have in the format. And you get to have a lot of these awesome interactive games. So I think banning Felidar Guardian is awful. I think Saheeli should have been the card banned. I saw someone tweeted that Felidar Guardian died for Saheeli's sins once again, and I agree. I think Saheeli is the real problem. Felidar Guardian isn't an issue. And she's not a Planeswalker that's particularly good or well-desired in any other formats. I mean, she exists. There's a Saheeli combo in Modern, but I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts there. Other cards I would be looking out to see banned. I mean, every time I played against Emrakul the Promised End, it has felt fine. We played against it once, and it wasn't until the second one came around that we were really screwed. But that was again an Aetherworks Marvel deck, which in that case, honestly, I would say Marvel would be the problem more than Emrakul. Energy in general, I think, is fine. It, of course, has a big payoff in Aetherworks Marvel. What else is there? You have Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, which I've only seen Treasure Cruise in the Blue-Red Phoenix deck, and Dig Through Time I've seen in pretty much every other blue deck possible. So I guess for the sake of diversity, you could argue that Dig Through Time should be banned, but I don't think Dig Through Time needs to be banned. I think Dig Through Time is fine. A lot of people want Teferi. They want Oko banned, and I get it. You know, Teferi is not fun to play against. Oko's, I guess, not that fun to play against for some people. For me, in Pioneer, Oko's not that big of a deal. He's powerful, but like I get in Standard banning Oko. I don't feel like in Pioneer we should ban Oko. Really, I don't feel like we should ban Teferi either. I think Teferi's fine. Like, he's annoying, but there's plenty of other cards in the format that are annoying. There's Thoughtseize that's annoying. Thought Erasure that's annoying. You know, I mean, we can make a whole entire list, top 50 cards in Pioneer that are just annoying to play against. But that's just it. As far as I'm concerned, Teferi's just annoying. Yeah, okay, he makes counterspell control decks a little worse, but there's still plenty of things you can play. Honestly, I don't think there's any other cards that I would ban necessarily. I guess you could make an argument that Once Upon a Time should be banned, but honestly, I was hoping for no changes. I was hoping they'd leave it alone, they'd let the format develop a little, and go from there. That's honestly what I was hoping for. That's not what we got, but that's okay. Yeah, so we'll see how things go. This ought to definitely mix some things up. There's some explanations in here, and to be honest, I covered most of it, but as usual, I will link the article in the description of the video, so you can read it for yourself. You can check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think. Should these cards have been banned? Was Pioneer fine? Or is it a mistake to leave 3-mana Planeswalkers and Once Upon a Time in the formats. Let me know. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Went a little bit longer than I expected, but I guess it's kind of how all my videos like this go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.